This is J.boogie from Xplanatory crew. I'm going to ask him a couple of questions. First question, when did you start b-boying?
I started in 1994.
Okay. What made you start, period?
What made me start was I saw a friend of mine, his name was Capone, and we were actually in middle school at the time, and during passing periods he used to actually breakdance and, b-boy and everything, and I just saw it, man. I just liked it a lot, and then I asked him where he learned it from, and he actually learned from watching the movie Beat Street. And all of his cousins and like brothers and everything like that actually were all into it. So there I was just introduced to it. I actually went out, rented the movie. You could actually rent out VHS tapes and watched from there and just started learning.
Alright. How was your first battle? Or like, when was your first battle and how was it?
The first battle that I remember, there used to be this club in Elgin called Discoveries, and we actually used to go over there and battle. And there was also this other like club called the Foxhole at that time, and they used to actually throw like breakdancing competitions. And I mean, to be honest, man, I mean, it was just, from watching B Street and then from watching like other videos that my friends and everything actually gave to us at the time. To be in it was just like, basically you were just like living like a movie. You were living, what you actually, were admiring at the time and loving to do. So to me personally, it was just amazing. I mean, honestly, if you really think about it, I mean, at that point, that was probably something that changed my life in a sense, because it actually it turned me into the person that I am right now.
Yeah.
So it was an amazing experience.
Yeah. Who was your hero? Like, who was that one guy who like basically inspired you, and like, who was your hero overall?
Well, I would say, definitely, I would say always since I've been dancing, who I always like sort of like looked up to, it was always like my crew in a sense, because the thing is that at the time my crew was my friends. They were people that I grew up with, and my family. So I always looked up to them. The first person that I actually really saw, that when I saw him, I was like, that's what I want to do, was Ken Swift from Rocksteady, Seven Gems. The reason why is because my friend actually had this. I saw him in B Street, but I didn't know who he was. My friend actually had this tape of Rocksteady Crew on the Grind, and it was an old like MTV like dance show, and it was Crazy Legs, Mr. Wiggle, Zulu Gremlin, and Ken Swift, and I believe somebody else, I really can't remember. But I remember when I saw that, and it was just like this old distorted tape, and when I saw it, I pretty much knew everybody else, and was watching it and everything, and I was like, it was just, it was intriguing. I was like, wow. But the moment I saw Ken Swift, and when he went out and how he went in, from the style of dress, his character, from how he hit the floor and everything like that, definitely right there, when I saw him, I was definitely like, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's what I want to look like. That's what was b-boying to me. That's what I want to do. So I would definitely say my crew and also Ken Swift.
Alright. When you're breaking, how does it make you feel?
Honestly, man, breaking makes me feel it just makes me feel free, man. Honestly, like I said, from the first time I saw it, from the first time I battled, from the first time I went to an actual event, it was just a changing point in my life. It definitely, a lot of people can say like, this defines me and this defines me and stuff like that. B-boying definitely defines me. I feel like I'm one in a million because I'm a b-boy. So definitely when I dance, it makes me just feel free. It makes me feel open. I don't have any restrictions to that. You know what I mean? I can do whatever I want. I can dance however way I want to dance. You know what I mean? It definitely makes me feel like it's definitely an outlet, because I can get everything out through my dance. It's definitely my expression. So.
Define your style of dancing.
Well, my style, I would say, pretty much is style. You know what I mean? I definitely I would say that really right now, my style is definitely, just a lot of like finesse and character, and a lot of people categorize it as flavor. I personally feel honored to be that, because that's something that's really, really hard to get in b-boying. So I would definitely say, like, just style itself defines me, defines what I do on the dance floor. Like, what I try to do is definitely this, I definitely like to be original and look like myself out there. So it's just a lot of it's pretty self-explanatory if you really think about it, because when I want people to see me and just say, that's style, that's finesse, that's flavor, that's character, that's really is what defines me,
Yeah.
So.
Alright. Where do you see b-boying in a couple of years from now, or in the future?
Well, the way that it's going right now, definitely it's going through a lot of cycles and stuff like that. I think what I see it in the near future, I would say it's definitely going to get, I would say, a little bit more mainstream. I would say the most mainstream I've ever seen it is right now. Definitely, I would see it where they're actually going to hold some big you got served type battles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's going to be so much amount of money and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I definitely see that in the near future. I'm definitely going to see it more where it's going to be televised events, in a sense.
Yeah.
You see UFC fighting, you see boxing, you know what I mean? Definitely I think b-boy is going to get up to that point. But I definitely feel that there is a lot of people out there that won't allow that side of it, basically kill it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's definitely, there's going to be the underground heads. There's going to be that underground state of mind where it's we know that this is the real. You know what I mean? I definitely see that it's going to get mainstream. It's going to get real commercial. But on the flip side of it, there's definitely going to be that underground scene, that raw scene that pretty much everybody wants, that everybody, wants about it.
Alright, that's enough questions for today.
Okay.
That was J.boogie from Xplanatory crew.
Cool.
Thank you.